All right. Hello. Hold on, wait. Can I put my? Can I? Oh, wait. Ahoy, 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 Pirate Crew. This is your Captain Pirate Foo. Okay, aka Pirate. Whatever we're gonna call me. Only just me as Captain. We are here with One Piece. With a new One Piece chapter. Review. Chapter 1,100. Well, no, 1,103. Title, I'm sorry, Daddy. Well, and you already know it's gonna be. You already know it's gonna be a sad chapter. You already know that it is. If you don't remember the previous chapter, or just to do a little recap of the previous chapter, we basically got to the end because the chapter starts us off at the end, well, quote unquote, of the flash. Well, not really at the end of the flashback, but technically still at the end of Kuma's flashback, but we're still like in a flashback, if that makes sense. The last chapter ended off in a Kuma flashback, but now we're in a little bit of a flashback on Egghead when Bonnie, like, after she like touched Kuma's like memory bubble, we're getting her perspective of like after she like interacted like with the bubble and stuff like that. And yeah, so Vegapunk asks Bonnie, did you see everything? She says she did, and he apologizes to himself and like, well, he basically like apologizing to Kuma, even though Kuma's not really there. He's basically saying, I'm so damn, I'm really done. I'm sorry that I broke my promise to you, Kuma. Quasar. If you don't know, I'm a big Tekken 101 fan. So if you ever, whenever I start like talking, like saying Vegapunk's line, and I just say Quasar, then you know I got it from. Shout out to Tekken for that. But anyway, then Bonnie transformed, like reverts back to her original form, which was she's a little girl, which that's her original form and stuff like that. In case you guys didn't know, maybe forgot or anything, but yeah, she reverts back to her original form, which is a little girl. She hugs Vegapunk, cries and saying that like she's sorry and stuff like that. And Vegapunk gives her a gift that Kuma left for her. And he even says right here, a gift Kuma left with me for your 10th birthday. And Bonnie goes, "Oh, from Dad, it's great, and it's a sapphire necklace, that looks like the sun." And Vegapunk said like, "Oh, he said that he." Vegapunk says that Kuma like said like it's like a protective like charm, like Kuma told like it's a protective charm and stuff like that. And he goes on to say like how he honestly couldn't believe that, like, what's it called, uh well, like how, like, with only like within 2 years, like how much of a person, or how much of, I guess well-known pirate that Luffy has become, because he was talking about Luffy and stuff like that. And that's when Bonnie goes to say, "Hey, so isn't like Straw Hat like the son of like Dad's old buddy, right?" And Vegapunk responds, going like, "Yeah, I'm surprised both of you you showed up here. Fate has such a way with things. Fate is such a weird thing. Oh, by the way, while a lot has happened while you was in that room, Bonnie. The Straw Hat Crew actually saved me. That's uh, what's his name, Vegapunk said and stuff like that. And he tells him like, I'll catch you up to speed with like everything's going on and blah blah blah. And eventually, yeah, in this, I don't. Well, he didn't really explain everything to Bonnie, but he just let him know like, hey, Straw Hat saved me. I'll explain everything else when everything calms down. Now we go back to the current point that we are at on Egghead, which, if you forgot, Bonnie is being strangled by by Saturn, by Monster Point Saturn. I'm calling him Monster Point just because why not? Like the transformation, like all the Gorosei transformation, they remind me like kind of like Eldritch Beast, kind of uh like pre-time skip Chopper kind of Eldritch Beast thing. And Saturn, he's got long arms, horns and stuff like that. He also got black flames, which is interesting, as opposed to white flames that you get like when at least when a param not pair, but when a Zoan gets the Devil Fruit Awakening, they would normally have the white, like, like flame clouds, or like white flames. But Saturn has black flames, which I think is kind of like, I think it's interesting. So I wonder if there's like any like lore reason for that, or who knows. But anyway, yeah, So Saturn's like grabbing Bonnie, like he's like strangling Bonnie, stuff like that. He says, "Jewelry, Bonnie the pirate. Your father Kuma is truly dead." And we get the shots of like the like the we get the like shots of Sanji, Vegapunk, Frankie. They all can't move because of Saturn. Luffy, he's over there like like lay down past, I was like just like like shrunken face, stuff like that, looking like an old man's like, food, meat. I need, I need meat. You know. And then we also got Sentomaru, who's also like who's in custody. And then we also get a shot. We also get like a shot of what's his I'm blanking out on his name. Why am I blanking out? Fucking not Corazon. Oh my god, why am I blanking out on his name? Why am I blanking out on his name? Fuck. I'm blanking out. I don't know why I'm blanking out his name. I'm blanking out. Uh, Kizaru. There we go. Kizaru. That's what his name. Kizaru. Listen. I'm still like just like fresh off of this chapter because this was like very interesting. It's a good chapter. But hold on. I'm drinking some water. Hold on. Ah, good water. Good H2O. Make sure you guys get some water. It's good for you. Get some water. And, you know, after you watch this video, go get some water. It's good for you. Okay. Anyway, so we get a shot of a Kizaru. He's like also like kind of like not passed out but laying down. He's thinking like in his head he's thinking Sentomaru-kun, Bonnie, and stuff like that. And we also get like some we also like go get a like a big shot of like the whole like the Labo spear like on Egghead and stuff like that. And we get some of the residents inside what's it called? Yeah, and residents inside Egghead like island stuff like that. They're over like reading newspapers and they're like, "Oh, there's like a siege involving the Emperor. Hopefully there won't be any catastrophes and stuff like that. And this scale is like bigger than the O'Hara incident. Please be safe." Dr. Vegapunk, which is interesting too, which is kind of interesting too, because it's like I'm pretty sure no one knows. At least I don't think. No, wait. No, I'm pretty. No, no. People do know about things. Actually, no. I'm thinking of a different. Okay, no. People know about they'll know about what happened with O'Hara and stuff like that. Because then if like they did it, and then like how would they know about Rob and stuff like that? But yeah, that makes okay. Yeah. So then we also get a shot of Dragon and Ivankov, and Ivankov is saying like if there's assuming there's still a trace of Kuma left in there, where would his instincts take him? And if it was me, I would have stormed Mary Joie for some payback. But as we know, Kuma is different. So again, to get a recap, Kuma like raided Mary Joie for a little bit, and then he just like kind of pop, like pop his way to whatever he's going to, and he hasn't gone to his destination as of yet. At least yet, as of yet, he hasn't yet. Okay. So anyway, Bonnie, we then get Bonnie. Bonnie saying, "If I'm gonna get killed here, then distorted future, Nika ish." Then you know, and she transforms into like a distort like a potential future version of herself if she would have got Luffy's power, the Guma Guma no Mi, aka the Nika, the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika. And Saturn looks surprised. He's like, Nika. And as Rob, not Robin, as Bonnie's about to like swing on Saturn, out of nowhere, her transformation stopped. Her devil fruit stopped like working. You know, at first I thought it was because like, oh, maybe like what's all Saturn like broke free, like she broke free out of Saturn's grip and he like grabbed her again and now kind of like nullified her devil fruit. But no, it's not the case because he's still holding on to it, which was like kind of weird. And I was like, how did he like? Why did she like feel weak? It still could probably had to do something with like Saturn, and we get some information here later on. So then Saturn says, "So you two know that name. You really are his daughter. That being said, you don't fully understand its meaning." And in his thought, he's thinking he's thinking that it seems she hasn't drawn the connection between Nika and Straw Hat's new white form. How pathetic, you know. So Bonnie, I don't think Bonnie has ever seen Luffy in Gear Fifth. Like I don't think she ever seen awakened Luffy. At least I don't think she has. I don't know if she. I don't think she has. But yeah. Anyway, then Saturn notices that like Luffy is like eating some food, and he's over here like, wait, hold up, wait. He's like, wait. Why is he eating so? Where did that food come from? Who did put sea cuffs on him right now before he goes Nika? You know, and then the Marine's about to go chase him, and then we see Kizaru. He's like stood up before, like the first panel we saw of him. He was like laid down, scrunched over. Now he's like sit up, which is kind of which I find it funny. So it's like Kizaru basically became Luffy's like door that he like Kizaru like was an Uber Eats delivery driver for that moment. You know, I'm telling you, if Kizaru, listen, Kizaru, if you ever want to retire, if you ever want to quit your job and not be a Marine, Uber delivery is a nice, great option. I'm telling you, you'll be great. I wonder if there is. I wonder if there is like an Uber Eats in the One Piece world. Huh? That'd be interesting. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that'd be interesting if it was Uber like a Uber Eats kind of thing in the One Piece world. Hell, I know that Kizaru he'll make so much money. He'll make so much bank off of it. Oh, he's like 5 stars every time. Gets the food done. By the time you order food is right there, still hot, still good, still steaming. The ice in your drink is still there. It's just perfect. Kizaru, Halzibus recommended 10 out of 10. Make sure you make sure you tip your Kizarus out there, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, Bonnie. So then Bonnie's like always like, what's with this? These I can't like change his age. Why can't I like transform him? And she's like touching him and stuff. She's like, why? Hold on, why? I can't. Why won't you age? And then Saturn responds saying, Bonnie, you owe that power of yours to me. We conducted experiments to determine whether extract infusions could grant a baby an ability without feeding them the fruit normally. You know? And then that's when Bonnie looks at her hand. She's all confused. She kind of looks all confused, like, huh? And Saturn continues to say, it was a success, but the fruit itself is useless now. It can transform its ability can transform you into a state that matches any future perceived to be possible, but that means the possibilities become limited as your future becomes more certain, as you uncover the truth. Okay? Before I read further, so Saturn basically confirmed that like there's more than one ways to like give people or even objects devil fruit abilities. So that would explain how what's his name? From Water 7. I forgot his name, but the guy from Water 7, I'll put a picture of him up right here. I'm like blinking on names, but his sword like had like the elephant, like his sword somehow ate the elephant fruit, and there was also a gun that had like the dog fruit. So now we know there's like so for a while we was all confused, like how did you manage to feed quote unquote feed a devil fruit to a gun or a sword or stuff like that, you know? So okay, so they like so Oda confirmed that there's like more than one ways you can give like someone or something like a devil fruit. They don't have to eat it, but it can be taken in liquid form through a syringe or like just some kind of way to like insert something in it, you know. I don't know how I would love to see how the process worked exactly for the gun or the soul. Like did they just like kind of like infuse, like did they pull like a Scott Cawthon in FNAF with like William Afton just like had a syringe of like liquid metal like of remnant and stuff like that and just jammed it into the metal into the metal, you know. They just jammed like a thick needle into the metal of a gun and just went you know, just went you know. So anyway, yeah. Another thing I want to point out is that another one I want to point out what Saturn has said is that the possibilities become limited as your future becomes more certain as you uncover the truth. So, and also right here he says Nika is just an impossible myth you wanted to believe, you know, which is interesting. So it's like so before we was kind of like before like we all thought, I mean we're still technically it's technically you still broken, but we all thought that Bonnie's like devil fruit's like kind of crazy broken stuff like that. Like you could transform anyone into like anyone, including herself, into other people. Different possible futures of yourself and like others and stuff like that. And what Saturn here confirmed, basically confirmed here, really is that it's like it's more of like possible like what's all like possible and near possible futures, you know, but if like your future is like more like more like certain, like like I guess like well, is it something either not either something that or maybe it's like fate knowing that like, oh, this is gonna be like your like future, like your certain future. Like you can't like get into distorted future anymore. Like your endless possibility of futures is now limited because you're like very future that's happening right now is like gonna happen near. So does that mean Bonnie's gonna die? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to think about it, but anyway, so then Bonnie screams out saying like, no, no, Nika's real. Nika's real. I've been searching him looking for him to save my dad ever since you turned him into a cyborg slave. You know, and Saturn replies saying, yet your sudden weakening proves you are starting to doubt whether his existence is possible. And we get like two shots. One is a distant shot, We get a distant shot of someone like approaching, close up shot. Boom! It's Kuma. It's Kuma. He's on a mission. He's running in. Terminator 298. Come, reaching destination at Egghead Island. Must be there in Mach 2 seconds. Must be faster. Don't worry, Bonnie. Papa's coming to save you, even though I have no emotions. So and and then and Saturn says, well, your father just passed on a worthless Buccaneer legend. He once told me he wanted to save people just like Nika. Your mother been being brought to the Holy Land to be wiping up Ava's ironic, really. She ended up being a part of my drug experiments. Like other failures, she developed sapphire scales. I knew the results were poor, but to think the condition passed on to a child as well. And Bonnie looks at him like, what? Like with a snap realization, like, huh? Like, you did what? So, okay, so it seems so, I guess, so it seems like by doing this kind of experiment, I don't like this kind of experiment, or maybe this is a different kind of experiment. Maybe this is referring to like overall drug, like different types of drug experiments that he's been doing. But from what it seems like right here, he could just be referring to maybe like the devil fruit like injection like experiments, or maybe a different one. So it could be either one of those. So it could be like the result of like not normally eating the double fruit can like develop like sapphire scales for on a person or a living being, or maybe that was just like the result of like Saturn doing like different kind of drug experiments uh Bonnie's mom, on Jenny and stuff like that, and sadly it got so bad to the point where it passed down to Bonnie, and then boom, Kuma comes crashing down, and he lands on Egghead. Marine's like, "What's happening? What's over there?" Bonnie's crying like, "Everything, it was all you." And then Vegapunk like just like shouts at like Saturn like, how dare experiment, how dare you, Saturn? Those sapphire scares tore Kuma's family apart. They're the reason he threw his life away, Quasar. You use it as a bargaining chip when you are the one responsible? Oh, this is unforgivable, inconceivable. This is not good. No good show, no jolly good show, Quasar. Sorry, not sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, man. But yeah. Then Saturn, what's it called? Saturn looks at Vegapunk and he said, "Look at it from my perspective. Do you comprehend the feeling of the insects you stepped on? Of course not." And then we see what's it called? We see Kuma like getting up and stuff like that. He's like on his knees getting up. Marine's is like, hold on, wait, is that a pacifista? It's like, no, look at his look at his paws. Look at his palms. He has paws, and he speaks on a snail transponder to let other people know, or like let other people know, and saying like, this is an urgent report from the southwest coast. The active warlord of the sea, Bartholomew Kuma, has made landfall. I repeat, he has made landfall. He's headed straight to the center of the island. our authority chip commands aren't working. We can't stop him. And then Saturn looks back like, He's like, why isn't it working? So Vegapunk did. So I'm here. Okay, so I'm assuming one or two things. I'm assuming it's either one or two things. Either Vegapunk was able to sneak one past Saturn's eyes, because again, Saturn's like in the flashback. And a lot of people are thinking like, why like for the authority chip thing, why can't why don't Vegapunk just like put like some like kill code or like some override thing to gain control like over Kuma no matter what and stuff like that. Saturn says like we get that like a little moment with Saturn say like that, if you try to like do anything sneaky behind me and I see that what you've done, I will kill you, because he even says like, dude, he was a scientist like during his time and stuff like that, so he would know if you put some like override, like some overkill, like some an override code or something like that to try to like make sure like under certain circumstances like the authority chip commands won't like work for us, or like we won't be the highest one on there, stuff like that. So I will know if you've done that. Okay. So then Saturn says, what's this fiasco? How could Kuma possibly be here? And Bonnie's like over here crying and stuff like that. She's like scared. It's like, I can't do this. I'm scared. Daddy. And then just Kuma just coming charging. He's coming running. He's charging. He's running. He's charging. He hear the cyborg Kuma hears his hears like Bonnie's plead and stuff like that. He hears it like, oh, don't worry, sweetie, I'm coming. He's running. He's running. Boom! Gets blasted in the face. It doesn't stop him. He's not down out for the count. He's still rocking, running. He's still going. Boom! Gets blasted on his chest. He's still going. Boom! 2 shots from the Marines to the back. He tumbles over. More Marines shoot. Like, open fire! Boom, boom, shooting rockets at him. Don't stop it till you out of ammo. Boom, boom, and stuff like that. And then we get some thought bubbles, from Bonnie, and she's like calling out for Kuma and say like, Daddy, it feels like my heart is shattering. At this point, I think I'd be better off dead. This is it. I'm sorry, Daddy. And she's like crying and stuff like that. And Kuma's just like running. He's running. And then Saturn holds Bonnie up, and he's like, all this shrieking is unbearably noisy. You're in an insufferable waif. I don't know what that word is. WAIF. I don't know what that word means, but I am gonna look it up after this video. So anyway, so then and he tells like the Marines to like to shoot her, like blow her head off, and the Marines like aim, get ready to take fire. And then we get we get a shot of Kuma and stuff like that. He has like the lock on tiger go like initiated, locking on targets, lockdown, targets found, commence, blast, boom, boom, boom. He blast down those Marines. Saturn slams Bonnie down. Has a fucking a spider leg tendril, one of his like spiked legs. He's about to fucking he's about to turn Bonnie into a donut. She's about to get ace and stuff like that. He goes to try to go in for the kill. Kuma blocks it, holding Bonnie in his hand, and he's not going for it. He's holding that shit. He tanks that shit. He tanks the first one, tanks the first one. Bonnie cries out, "Dad!" Hiccups, no, Daddy! And then Kuma is just like, "Oh God, hiccups! Fuck, come on, no, not hiccups, please, not today. Oh God, hiccups, they're the worst." Anyway, and then Kuma just looks. He looks all serious. Then, and then he like, I think, yeah, he puts Bonnie down. Yeah, he puts Bonnie down. Saturn tries to go for another stab. Saturn grabs the leg with his left hand, cocks back his fist, getting ready. He's about to swing. I think it's with Hug. It looks like it's Hug. Gets a cock back and swing. Saturn looks surprised. He's about to hit him with the plus. Oh, you messed with my. There's one thing that you don't do. You may have taken away my humanity. You may have taken away my wife. You may have tried to take away my daughter's life, but you can't take my indomitable human spirit. Plus, Ultra. And then Saturn looks surprised, like, a father's fury. In the chapter, no break. It seems no break. It seems, which is interesting because I thought this would have been the I thought the last fucking hiccups. I thought the last chapter we got that was gonna be the last chapter of the year, but I'm assuming we're gonna get another one, or I know maybe this might be the chapter. I don't know. I thought it was gonna like be like the last chapter was gonna be the last chapter of the year and stuff like that. So Oda and others at the studio could take a break and all that stuff. But yeah. So another thing I want to something else that I thought was interesting. Kuma, when he cocked back his fist and swing, his like the shading is different. So I'm wondering if like this is I feel like this is hockey. This is definitely hockey. It has to be hockey. I doubt maybe it's like some kind of like I don't know, maybe it's just like his mechanized hand and stuff like that, because he's definitely like been like super damaged and stuff like that. So it could be just like his like endoskeleton hand, or maybe this is hockey. And if this is hockey, then that means Kuma's back. He's alive. He's alive, at least for the time being. At least for the time being, he's alive. And another thing to a little theory that I have, is like I want to I feel like so here's how I think the authority chip is probably like the override kill was for it. Maybe it's like Vegapunk put like Bonnie's Vivre card inside of like Kuma or somewhere, stuff like that. And it's like if this Vivre card gets smaller and stuff like that, then you have to like go over to whatever whose Vivre card it is and protect him and stuff like that. So that could be it. Or Kuma broke free from that shit because Kuma is a G. He is a god. He is a buccaneer, if you would. And if you're curious to know what a buccaneer is, I do have a video. I'll link in the description of that. So if you want to know what a buccaneer is, I do some what is a little detail about what the buccaneer race is and stuff like that, and like some examples of buccaneers and all that good stuff. And yeah, so let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of it. Do you think that like again? Let me know what you think about this video. How do you feel? Do you think Kuma's back for good? Is he back? Just yeah. That's really all I say because these hiccups are like beating my cheeks in right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go beat my meat. Anyway, this is your Captain Pirate Fu, aka Pirate. Whatever you do, as long as you're just me a pirate. Signing off. Yarg. Wait, hold on. Can I get my hand up? Yarg.